This is Alan Bush with ADMIS. Seeing stock index futures coming under some pressure in the late afternoon trade yesterday on news that Standard & Poor's downgraded the sovereign debt of Spain to one level above junk status. Since then, though, we have seen some recovery gains. This after Citigroup upgrading their equity outlook for the balance of this year and into next year. In addition, we had some strength in stock index futures linked to the jobless claims report coming in at a 30,000 decline. This is somewhat of a surprise. So stock index futures on a firm footing this morning. However, we're inclined to think that these gains will not follow through. Don't forget, we do have earnings seasons right now, and a lot of the reports from S&P corporations coming in on the weak side, their outlooks have been downgraded. So from here, I would expect these early gains to be given back in the stock index futures. Over in the currency markets, seeing the euro currency under some pressure late yesterday. This linked to the Spanish downgrade, but some recovery this morning. A better tone to the sovereign debt bond situation as far as what we're seeing in Italy and elsewhere. Looks like some short covering also helping the euro currency to gain. However, we're inclined to think these gains will not follow through. There should be some pressure this afternoon in the euro currency. Still thinking that the economy in the eurozone is likely to get worse, so that is a long-term negative influence on the euro. We had some pressure in the Japanese yen after August machinery orders in Japan being down 3.3% in August, and that was worse than expected. And in the commodity currencies, the Australian dollar and the Canadian, both of these currencies a bit higher following higher stock index futures. Still thinking that long term the Canadian will gain on the Australian dollar, especially with the Asian and European economies under quite a bit of pressure. And in the credit markets, some selling developing this morning. This linked to somewhat higher commodity prices and higher stock index futures prices. We do have supply, 66 billion in treasury offerings this week. Today we do have the 30-year bond auction. Longer term though, I think we can see higher prices. In fact, even though we are a bit lower this morning, I think we will see some recovery gains, possibly getting back to the unchanged level on today in the treasury futures market. Once again, these are my opinions alone and are not the opinions of ADMIS or Archer Daniels Midland.
Really wants to be perceived as independent and doing the right thing each month.